That's right. Set that radio preset this morning as you get up and you get going. Here on a Thursday, yes, it is 95.7 FM, the new home, 100,000 watts for KCMO Talk Radio. Let's welcome on and say hi to Micheal Mahoney, one of the first voices you're hearing on the crystal clear 95.7 FM. What's up, Micheal? Good morning.
Hey, congratulations on being a blowtorch, man. Way to go.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that,
Okay.
Micheal.
Yeah, for folks who don't know, that's a radio term for a strong-powered station. You guys are there now. That's great.
We are very excited about that, my friend, and it's because of appearances like yours on this show over the years that has given this company the confidence to keep growing this show and growing the station. So we appreciate you being here, Mike. And
well done.
I want to start off with this Clay. You're a Clay County guy for people that don't know at KMBC Channel 9. Yeah. Everyone knows Micheal. He's known this town forever. He knows it as well as anybody. What you're seeing right now with the Royals as they try to pick a future site, either downtown or, of course, in your neck of the woods in North Kansas City, how surprised are you that we're sitting here in mid-October and still don't have a location?
Well, pretty surprised, especially since the Royals had their self-imposed deadline of making that decision in late September, and now we're in mid-October, and they've postponed that as they reconsider it. I think one of the interesting things is the news this week that Jackson County may be looking at something besides a conventional lease for the Royals and the Chiefs out of the sports complex, something that more along the lines of an economic development district of something like that. That's very out of the box for an arrangement like this, I think. And so they're taking a pretty interesting approach to it now. Clearly, those of us who thought that the Clay County initiative was just a stalking horse to land a better deal for Jackson County, I don't think that anymore. I think they're seriously looking at they're obviously seriously looking at the Clay County site, and it would still be the Kansas City Royals. It would just not be the Jackson County Kansas City Royals. So we'll have to see where that goes. And then the other thing is, there's something in the range of 700,000 people in Jackson County. There's about 300,000 in Clay County. And so we'll have to see how Clay County approaches raising the necessary money to be able to afford the Royals in Northtown.
So what about, Micheal, as you look at that option in Clay County, I keep hearing that the Royals want a full penny sales tax, but that Clay County politicians have been very hesitant to come anywhere close to a full penny. Could that be the thing that holds back Clay County from landing the Royals, or would it be something else?
No, I think that's one of the main issues is Clay County, which is a smaller county than Jackson, just made a reference to it, is a critical part of this. Can they get enough voters in Clay County to sign off on something like this? Clay County's had they're just a smaller county. They're one of the fastest growing counties in the state, along with Platte County. But a full penny is a pretty heavy lift. The tax right now in Jackson County is less than half of that. It's 3/8 of the cent.
Now, where do the Chiefs factor into all this, Micheal Mahoney? Is this kind of a wait and see for the Chiefs? Do they possibly make a move prior? Where are they at? We know they're going to want something here, and they got to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, and the thing is whatever Jackson County does for the Royals to continue to have them in Jackson County, they're going to have to make an equal deal for the Chiefs because their leases are tied together. They both have leases at the Jackson County sports complex, and so what one gets, the other one is going to insist upon as well. And the question is can Jackson County or Clay County, or can Jackson County cut enough of a deal that would satisfy both the Royals downtown and the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium? The feeling here is that the Chiefs want to stay at Arrowhead and want to redevelop that area, and if the Royals go somewhere besides Jackson County, then the Chiefs would obviously have the room to build their own their own retail Chiefs district up there, and I believe that's an integral part of their plan. It's sort of the way of the world in financing major ballparks these days.
But do you think? I mean, if the Royals were to stay there, which we know isn't happening, maybe that makes some sense. But if you've only got a football stadium there, and all it does is host 8 or 9 games a year, a couple of playoff games, hopefully, and then half a dozen concerts, is that enough to get people drawn into some kind of economic development project?
Well, that's the key. The Chiefs have been very aggressive over the last 5 to 10 years about trying to draw other events out to Arrowhead Stadium. I've always thought, and this is just me, I don't have anything to back it up, that the possibility of doming the current Arrowhead Stadium, putting a roof over it and enclosing the entire facility would be something that would I don't think they'd ever draw a Super Bowl, because I don't think the NFL is ever going to put a Super Bowl in a northern climate anymore. They just haven't had good luck with it when they've done it with Detroit and with Minnesota. But it would put them in line for Final Fours, bowl game, perhaps more concerts 12 months around the year. I don't know that the Chiefs are looking at that, but it seemed like to me that would be a good way to develop the area.
Mm-hmm. Mike Mahoney, Channel 9, KMBC, political reporter. Last thing, Mike, on kind of more of the hard politics. You've been following this forever, like everything on the news side, but what you're seeing with Israel here over the last week, Roger Marshall joined us. He says that he knows of at least 7 Kansans trying to get back home over there. What do you make of course, what has been the story of the week, in many ways, the story of the year and the worst terrorist attacks we've seen against our allies, certainly in nearly a couple of decades now?
One of the things that has struck me, a lot of people are comparing this and saying it's Israel's 9/11, and I think there's some truth to that. Your older viewers are going to remember the comparison I'm going to bring up here, and that is in 1968 and the Tet Offensive by the Viet Cong against the United States and South Vietnam, and it ended up being a huge military defeat for the Viet Cong, but it was a giant propaganda victory in the short run for them, and it challenged the U.S. Commitment to South Vietnam, which ended a few years later. I think there's an element of that here. I'm not defending the Hamas invasion at all, but I think there's a similarity in the dynamic of what's taking place here. Hamas, I think, any day now is going to suffer a sustained and major attack on behalf of the Israeli Defense Forces, but they have captured the world's attention with this, and to some degree pointed out their difficulties in the Gaza Strip. Whether or not that does anything other than just draw attention to them, we'll have to see. But they certainly have caught the world's attention right now, and if that's how it turns out, it's a hell of a price for the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip to pay. But we'll see.
We will. Hey, Mike, it's great to have you on day one on this, as you noted, 95.7 FM flamethrower we've got now, Blowtorch, and we'll be talking to you soon, my man. Have a great day.
Hey, congratulations. Thanks so much, Pete. Take care, buddy.
All right, Mike Mahoney. Great to have him on KCMO.